Online Racing Network proudly presents the Core Fall Brawl. It's time for the season finale here from Michigan International Speedway. Let's get that right. And here we are. This is it. This is the last Core Fall Brawl event. The regular season coming up in about 3 weeks from now. We take a little hiatus before we get to go back where it all began, to Daytona International Speedway. Jacob Hitz here with you for the call, joined once again on pit road by Cody Workman. And should be a fun time. So a little bit of drama here in the early moments of this one. You had let's see. We had Cozy, his CPU crapped out. Now it's back, and it looks like he's going to be good to go. We weren't sure for a moment, but everything looks good. He's here, as well as you'll want to Travis Brown. They snuck in late. There you see Dale Reynolds. He's out on his second qualifying lap. And how about a tie? And it's going to stay a tie for P1 between David Schildhouse and Ben Easterday. Schildhouse just, walled it on his second lap, so he is not going to have a chance to break that tie. All Cozy has to do is finish 13th or better, we think, in order for him to clinch the title. If he didn't show up, Cosman would have either had to have won or finished in second and led the most laps. Michael Frisch also had a chance. He's not here, so he won't have a chance to run for a championship. And we'll just have to wait and see. We've got about a minute left in qualifying. 8 cars have put a lap down. We've got 14 guys here to run for tonight's season finale. And now 9 guys have set a qualifying time. How about Rusty Walrus right now? 4th on the board. It should be pretty fun. And Schildhouse reset, but I'm not sure it's going to be worth anything. There's Cosman trying to run for a championship. It's going to be tough for him to beat Cozy, but it's possible that it can happen. And if it doesn't happen, I've got the legendary Marty Reed quote sitting in front of me, involving a hammer and some nails. So we'll get to that at the end if we need to. 24 seconds left here in qualifying from Michigan. Regular season coming up in about 3 weeks. We will have the duels at Daytona before the Daytona race. And it should be a fun time. I don't know when the rest of the schedule will be announced, but it will be announced when you need to know about it. I sort of know what's going on. All right, it's time. Now, finally. Before we get things going, let's go downstairs to Cody Workman, see what he's got for us here. Yep, okay, there we go. Go ahead.
All right, Jake, happy race day to you, and happy race day, fans. Yes, there is not a single raindrop here anywhere in the iRacing server, and we're going to get ready to go racing here. So good news for Michael Cossey Jr. is that, yes, he was able to get that CPU up and running going, and so he is able to run here tonight. And strategy for him is pretty much the same thing it's been all season. Just stay up front, run like hell, and be able to lead as many laps as possible, and get hopefully a third win of this Fall Brawl series. For Cosman Ionescu, he is the only guy that can unseat Cozy for the championship, and he has finished 2nd and 4th in these last 2 races. The problem, though, the only way that we could see Cosman sitting P1 at that number 1 spot in the championship is that Cossey's going to have some trouble, and unless it looks like if he gets some sort of mechanical issue as far as server and whatnot, don't expect that to happen. So Michael Frisch is not running tonight, so we're going to move down to Gary Owen. He is hoping for another top 10, and he is really just trying to focus on that consistency. Plus, also, he thinks that with the addition of stages tonight, that gives us a better chance of a strong finish, especially since he will not have to worry about tire management. And in this string, when we go and look at the guys from about 5th to 10th place in points, you got Justin Champagne, David Schildhouse, Joey Stone, Dale Reynolds, Keenan Kusian, and Benjamin Easterday. All of those 6 drivers are only separated by 4 points. So expect to see those guys, if they're in the middle of the pack, if they're going to take some crazy strategy here, especially when they have to make that one pit stop in the 35 lap stage of stage 3.
You bring up a good point that I forgot to mention. We're stage racing in the core league now. So, how this works. 15 laps, caution. 15 laps, caution. Then the final stage is 35 laps. The fuel cells were shortened a bit. They will have to pit in that 35 lap run to the checkered flag. They will not be able to make it to the end of the race as we go through our starting grid. Ben Easterday, David Schildhouse make up the front row. A damn tie on the front row, each setting a 40.103. Then in the next row, Keenan Kusan, one of the 3 Canadians in the field. He starts third with Cosmin Ionescu, one of the championship contenders, to his outside. Joey Stone in the 8 starts 5th with fan favorite Rusty Walrus. He's in 6th on the outside line. Then row 4, Gary Owen, one of the other Canadians, he starts 7th in the 24 car, the winner at Daytona. Dale Reynolds in the 27 on his outside. He looked pretty good in the race last night, in the practice race. Travis Brown starts 9th in row number 5. Kyle Cuthbertson in the 91. He starts to his outside. Row 6, the last man that qualified, Trace Ryder. He starts 11th, our very own. 12th, Michael Cozy Jr., your championship leader, trying to hang on to dear life and then drive through. David Cornelius way in the back, 13th, with Jake Baskinger on the outside in 14th. That's your field. It's time to go. Here from Michigan, field comes through turns 3 and 4. And, yeah, no mist in sight. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, a beautiful day for a race. Field comes off turn 4, down to the green flag. We're glad you're watching. Let's have some fun here from Michigan. Green flag in the air. We're underway in the Core Fall Brawl finale. A great start on the outside for Schildhouse as they go to turn 1. Cosmin trying to catch up to him. Schildhouse easily takes the lead as they head for turn 1. Cold tires on the very opening lap. Let's make sure everybody makes it through the first couple of corners cleanly as Cosmin's around. He gets it to Easterday. 2 cars spinning on the back straightaway. Drive-through gets a piece of it. Cosmin Ionescu, the championship contender on lap 1, turn 2. Puts it in the wall and the caution flag's out. Replay. Off of 2. Oh, we got hit. Easterday got into the side of him. And then Cosmin got Easterday back and got him sideways. Joey Stone going out to the boondocks on the apron. He makes it through. Drive-through does not. Baskinger barely makes it by. My goodness. Let's go back. Let's go on board with the 8 of Joseph Stone. Down here on the bottom of the racetrack, sees the trouble. And he just turns left, misses Kusan, and avoids all the chaos. Cozy goes down with him. How about that? What a ride. So already, a crash on the opening lap. Puts us under the caution flag. And, well, that was some way to start. We haven't had an opening lap crash since we went to, Charlotte. So Schildhouse out in front. Rusty Walrus now in second. Keenan Kusan third. And pits are open. Schildhouse thought about pitting. Stays out. And Easterday drive through. And Cosmin will come on to pit road. You got anything for us here, Workman, after that?
No, not really. I'm trying to figure out, because the big thing, too, is I remember these guys, I each have one fast repair. So the biggest question, and I think Cosmin, he also has himself muted right now. Funny thing is, he's in that same chat with the guy that made contact with him, Ben Easterday. So yeah, I want to try to figure out what's going on with there, but I'm worried about the 84 of Cosmin and also the 77, the drive-through, that they may have used their fast repairs right there, but they also may try to save that fast repair and just make some little repairs throughout the race. Because remember, we got a couple stages coming up, so maybe they'll just, take it easy here and then save that fast repair for later.
Well, we'll have to see how much how much damage they did to their cars to see if they need their to use their fast repair or not. Just have to wait and see. So I'm hopeful we will get 1 to green. Time by. And I don't know why the frames are dropping. I'm very annoyed that it's happening. But, whatever.
All right, well, I just got off the radio with those guys, and yep, they're doing exactly that. They're holding on to that fast repair. They're going to take advantage of these at least the next 2 guaranteed stage break cautions as well as this caution. So yeah, definitely the car's going to be hurting a little bit, but they should at least be able to stay in contention there. And then as far as what happened with the 53 there of Easter Day, just a classic case of just getting a little bit loose on the inside, lap 1, not being used to all these cars being close together. And the surface is pretty similar to Daytona that we had earlier in the year. Remember, these guys it was like slick surface, and these ARCA cars, they can be pretty slick on this surface.
I talked about it as they were coming through turn 1 and 2. Be careful on the cold tires. Apparently some guys didn't listen. That's what wound up some of these guys into the wall. So, looking at the pit stop times here, looks like drive-through got the worst out of it. He was on pit road for over a minute in the box. Cosman, right at a minute. And then Easter Day, at about 40 seconds in the box. So, everybody's back. Everybody's rolling. Shieldhouse out in front, then Rusty Walrus, Keenan Kusan, Dale Reynolds, Joey Stone, your top 5, then Travis Brown, Gary Owen, Kyle Cuthbertson, Michael Cozy Jr., your championship leader, Trace Ryder, Jake Baskinger, and then Easter Day Cosman and Drive-Thru, who were involved in the wreck. His car picks truck, whatever, makes the hard left turn onto pit road, getting ready to go back green. Still a long way to go, 61 laps to go to be specific. Green flags back in the air at Michigan. Let's see if we can make it past turn 2 this time around. Shieldhouse and Rusty going to be side by side for turn 1. Shieldhouse poking ahead, he'll get the edge. Here comes Kusan, sticking it up the bottom. Dale Reynolds in the outside line, trying to make his way to the front. Off of turn 2. Everybody makes it. They learned. Down the backstretch for turn 3. Rusty in the second spot. Been a struggle for him throughout the season. But he's hanging his own right now with Dale Reynolds closing in off of turn 4. Kusan falling back through the field. Went from 3rd to 7th. In just the span of a lap. Here's Reynolds on the outside of Rusty. Into turn 1 and 2. Rusty still falling through on the bottom. Joey Stone gets by on the outside. Gary Owen and Moonhead up there as well. 5-car train here at the front with 60 laps to go. 5 laps in the books. Stone getting awfully close to the back bumper of the 27. We'll see if he decides to make a move here. Headed for turn 1. You don't want to eat the tires up too much. Off of turn 2. Still single file. Rusty getting passed right now by Kusan, and Cozy's up there as well. Reynolds up on the outside line, trying to make something happen. Cannot quite get there. You got Stone right there as well. Now it's a 3-car breakaway here at the front. Reynolds looks to the inside. Breaks it all the way to the left. Can he get any help? Stone tried to go with him, but He got too much of a run there off the corner. So here comes Stone on the outside, side by side for second. Reynolds sends it in up the inside. Stone up on the outside line. Off of turn 4. We're about halfway through the stage. At least the first one. And Joey Stone to second on the outside of Dale Reynolds. And here comes Stone. He's going to try and go all the way here and look for the lead on the inside of Schildhouse off of 2. Still side by side. How about Joey Stone? Trying to bring the talent from NASCAR Heat to iRacing. To the lead goes the 8. And Reynolds now all over the back bumper of the 20. Here comes Cozy. Cue the Jaws music. He's making his way back up to the front. He's 2 for 3 on the year. He led a lot at Daytona as well. Here they go back to turn 1. He's underneath Kusan. Right now in the 6th position, trouble. Dale Reynolds in the wall. He collects Cozy. And here comes everybody else flying through. Caution's out. Dale Reynolds in trouble. And for the second time today, a championship contender is involved in a crash. Let's see what happened. Down the front stretch, he's in here behind Schildhouse. When all of a sudden, things go to hell. Let's take a look here. He doesn't get turned here, I don't think. He goes up, and what in the world? I have never... He just drive it into the safer barrier? What? Let's go on board here if we can. This is with Reynolds. Yeah, he just drove it into the wall. Just drove it into the wall. And then there went Cozy right into him. Nowhere to go. So already our second caution of the night. This one involving the 27 of Dale Reynolds, the 99 of Michael Cozy Jr. So already both championship contenders have been involved in accidents by lap 11. And the front bumper on the 27 is gone. It's off laying in the middle of turn 1 somewhere. Pits are open this time. We'll see if there are any takers. Looks like Rusty Walrus is going to come in, as will Gary Owen. Cosman, the 77's coming back onto pit road. It actually looks like the 77 might have more damage here. I'm not 100% sure on that. Well, need to look, but... Very interesting. So 2 cautions already. One for Cosman and Ben making contact, and now this one involving Cozy. So, here you go. No cautions at Charlotte. Well, the one caution at Charlotte on lap 1 involving Rusty. No cautions last week at Phoenix, and now 2 in the opening dozen laps. Workman, you got anything? It doesn't appear so. He's not even in here. I guess he really doesn't have anything. Oh, my. Just a reminder, 3 weeks from tonight. Actually, 3 weeks from yesterday, we will be at Daytona for the duels. And then 3 weeks from tonight, we'll be here for the Daytona. Not 500. I don't know how many laps we're doing, but it's going to be at Daytona. It's going to be fun. Bumpy Daytona at that. And it should be a grand old time. I believe we're going to be getting 1 lap to green here. Meanwhile, Workman, what you got for us?
Well, as far as regarding what happened with Dale, he said that it was plain and simple. It was racing and him not paying attention to where the car was. It's just with how we saw how close all those guys were together, really wasn't a factor of, guys like backing up into each other either. It's just misjudging the size of the size of his car, and once he clipped that wall a little bit, it just kind of sucked the rest of his car in there. So yeah, he feels bad for 99 Akasi, but both of them are looking to continue. And also, we go back to our leader, Joey Stone. Remember here, he went in on a tear, won about 7 or 8 races last season, season 2, on NASCAR Heat. Granted, that was on console, but Michigan was one of the tracks where he did phenomenal at. He won by about 4 or 5 seconds last year at this same racetrack. So yeah, different game, different physics, but he's still showing that he knows how to handle this track and all sorts of gaming.
Half a lap to green here at Michigan. Joey Stone still out in front. Let's take a look at the fastest laps of the race so far. Right now, Joey Stone, the fastest man in town, with a 40.137. Then Dale Reynolds, who was just involved in that accident, with a 40.337. Then Gary Owen, who's in 9th right now with a 40.344. Travis Brown, Ben Easterday, Schildhouse, Cozy, Kusan, Cuthbertson, and then drive-through. And those are your fastest laps. Fastest drivers, at least just in one lap. So, this will be a 2-lap dash for the stage end here from Michigan. We'll see how it works out. There are no stage points tonight. 3 weeks from tonight, there will be. They are not changing the rules for tonight, though. Green flag, here we go. Who's going to win stage 1? Schildhouse looks to the outside. They're 3 wide, further back with Cosman trying to go up the middle. Schildhouse all over the back bumper of the 8. Off of turn 2. He's got room to the inside. Side by side for the lead. Down the back stretch they go. Into turn 3. Sloppy has to drift up wide. That's going to open the door for Schildhouse on the bottom. Hanging tough. 1 to go in the stage. Moonhead to 3rd. Look at Sloppy trying to get the side draft. Last lap, stage 1. Kusan and Moonhead still fighting for 2nd. The battle for the lead still going on. Off of 2. These guys are all over each other. Into 3 and 4. Sloppy sends it in pretty well on the high side. Out of 4. Here comes Schildhouse back on the bottom. For the stage win, who's going to get there? Sloppy by a nose. Photo finish right at the line. Sloppy Joe wins stage 1. A close one. At the start-finish line, Sloppy Joe wins stage 1 here at Michigan by a fender. Then at Schildhouse, Travis Brown, Keenan Kusan. There comes the pace truck. Hello. Who the hell is driving that thing? All right. Travis Brown, Easterday, Kusan, your top 5. Then Cosman, Gary Owen, drive-through, Cuthbertson, Cozy, your top 10. Then Trace, Baskinger, Reynolds, and Rusty round out the field. So pits will be open here. Pits are open. We'll see if there are any takers this time by. I would imagine that everybody else would come onto pit road. And it looks like everybody and their mother is pitting except for Rusty Walrus. So Rusty stays out. He's going to take the race lead under caution and will lead us down to the start of stage 2. Remember, he pitted under the last caution. One of the few. Meanwhile, here's pit road for everybody. Cosman has to back up in his box. That's not good for him. Not that camera, this camera. Maybe. This one isn't all that great. Sloppy's going to win the race off pit road. Then Moonhead, I think. Maybe Schildhouse. Not quite sure. Looks like it's going to be Schildhouse, then Moonhead. Kusan, Drive-through, Cosman, Cuthbertson. Nick Easterday should be somewhere up there as well, and he is. Gary Owen, then Kusan, drive-through. Cosman, Cuthbertson, Reynolds, Baskinger, Trace. Cozy is still on pit road. He's still working on the damage. Half a lap to green here in Michigan. What you got for us, Workman?
Yeah, so with that earlier contact that Kasi had with Reynolds, luckily he said there's only about 25 seconds of damage. So we got that repaired under that last caution. And also, since this is virtual racing, he also took that opportunity to take care of some business, let's just say. The wonders of being able to just walk to the bathroom just a couple away from your steering wheel and get back in without even going a lap down.
He got close to going a lap down, but he was able to get back in time.
He made it pretty close, but he didn't have any sort of fire suit to zip up or zip down or whatever.
Sure. He just caught up to the field as we're getting ready for the restart. He's going early. Green flag, and Rusty's gone. See you later. Stage 2 underway for Michigan. His tires are 5 laps older than everybody else's. That includes caution laps, though, so really they're only about 2 laps older than everybody else. For 1 and 2. A little further back, you've got a couple Canadians right around Ben. You've got drive-through. You've got Gary Owen. And here comes the cavalry for the lead. Stone on the outside. Schildhouse looking to go with him. Rusty on the bottom. Rusty hanging tough for now, but everybody's looking to the outside. Sloppy back out in front. He'll lead this lap. Schildhouse fighting hard for second. And here comes Moonhead up the bottom. 3 wide for second. He has to fall back, though. He couldn't make it stick. Here comes Gary Owen up to third. Off of turn 2. Easterday loose. Able to hang on to it, though. And now he's trying to block. Moonhead trying to block. It didn't work. Back to turn 3. Rusty way up the hill. Here comes Easterday. Moonhead's caught in a mess back here with Cosman, drive-through, and Kusan. Kusan almost puts Moonhead up in the wall off turn 4. There's still 3 wide. There's still 3 wide. Kusan and Cosman make contact. Able to hang on. That could have been big. Right in front of Cozy as well. Cozy right into the thick of it. Up to the back bumper of the 84. Off of turn 2. Look at this hornet's nest. Michigan had some good camera angles. Good grief. Cosman and Cozy still side by side. Remember, Cosman has to win if he wants to beat Cozy in the championship, and Cozy has to finish well toward the back. Because at this point, Cosman's running out of time to lead the most laps. Cozy hits the wall going to turn 1. Gets it back rolling now. through 1 and 2. Whoa, Dale Reynolds. That was close. Able to hang on to it. Through 3 and 4. Cozy underneath drive-through for the 7th position. And Cosman's going to go right by with him. 8 laps to go on the stage. Here comes Moonhead underneath Rusty Walrus off of turn 2. And Moonhead will get the spot. Trouble, big crash. Trace Ryder's dead. Caution. Huge wreck. Oh, he did the same thing. He did the same exact thing from Daytona. He hit the invisible wall in the grass and the car's killed. Are you kidding me? Replay time. He's back here with Cusperson. This is for 12th place. And oh, wow. All right. Well, that was something. How about from another angle? I'm not sure if Trace just sent it in there or Cuthbertson turned down into him. Onboard Trace, out the back of the car. Yep. Wham. Wow. And then here. Lovely. Unreal. He's gonna fall now 2 laps down, if not more. Here come the leaders back to pit road. As we do have some that decided to stay out. Joey Stone, one of them, he will remain the leader. Then Schildhouse, Gary Owen, Easterday, Travis Brown, and Cuthbertson. Let's see if we can bring in Trace here. What the hell happened?
I went to pass Kyle, I got tight, and just got up into him and right where he could hook me. It was my fault, 100%.
And then again, the death invisible wall in the grass.
I think that I'm just attracted to those for some reason. I don't know what Jedi user I pissed off, but they keep using the Force on me, and I'm really not happy with it.
It's certainly you've been out back the whole race, so you've been able to see everything. How has everything looked from your point of view?
It's real clean, real fun. A couple of those early bits are just tough racing, and it's been real fun. But these guys are darting all over the place, scaring the crap out of me.
I see you just took your fast repair there, so you're gonna keep at it for now.
Yep. Yeah. My goal is to finish this race. I didn't finish Daytona, so I need to finish this race.
All right. Well, you got 40 laps to go. Best of luck to you. We'll hopefully not talk to you in a bit, but we'll see what happens. Here you have it, Mr. Trace Ryder, who got himself in a little bit of trouble here early on. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. And 1 lap to green, 40 laps to go. So we are 5 laps away from the end of the stage. We'll have 4 laps to go on the restart for the stage. Something we did not do earlier was look at the track info and the weather. So here's that a while. You already know this. The track's 2 miles, 4 laps around the racetrack. 130, I'm assuming miles, which makes sense, is the distance of this race. Track temp's a whopping 105 degrees. Right now, air temp 79 degrees. A little bit of wind, not much. Again, the 1% humidity, that just seems like a joke to me. No fog, sun is shining bright. And we're getting ready to go back to green here from Michigan.
And no chance of mist. Just want to throw that one in there.
Yeah, we are not in Texas, thank goodness. So Stone is going to lead us around back to the green flag as Trace just gets caught up to the field as well. Back to the restart zone. 4 laps to go in stage 2, and he gets a great jump on the restart. Here comes Easterday looking to the outside of Schildhouse right at start finish. They're going to be 3 wide for second, headed for turn 1 with Owen on the bottom. And you got Cosman and Cozy fighting back there as well. Gary Owen's going to slide into that second position. It's going to slide up a little too much, though, and that's going to open the door for Schildhouse back on the bottom off of 2. Side by side for second. Rusty saves it. He didn't quite save it, but he spun it around. No caution. We stay green. Back to the leaders in turn 3. Here comes Travis Brown up the bottom. Gary Owen on the high side. 3 wide further back. Cuthbertson, Reynolds, and drive-through. 3 to go on the stage. Whoa, Cozy right at the back bumper. A moonhead off of turn 2. Woof. That could have been big. And he's got Easterday right behind him. So Moonhead to third. Here comes Cozy now looking for third. On the inside, Michael Cozy Jr. has ascended to third place. 2 to go in the stage. Does Schildhouse have anything for Joey Stone? We'll go on board with the 20 car right here. He's got to run off the corner. Sloppy trying to take that defensive line into turn 3. Schildhouse sends it up the outside. Here comes Cozy. Cozy's going to try and go all the way. He's going to go to second. He's looking for the lead. 1 to go in stage 2, and Michael Cozy Jr.'s right there in the thick of it. Three wide further back. It's a Hornet's nest from about 7th on back, and Cozy's got it to the lead. For the first time all day, right here at the end of the stage. Trouble, drive through, Kusan. They almost saved you. Kusan back at the track. Caution before we can get to the end of the stage. Michael Cozy Jr. wins stage 2. Here in the core. Let's get a replay here if we can. Between the contact, between the two Canadians. This is coming off of turn 2. Drive-through just gets a little loose and slides up. And is going to get into him right about... Actually, it's Kusan that gets loose. And then he comes down into drive-through, and that's what sets off the contact. Drive-through able to save it. Kusan overcorrects it and goes back up across the racetrack. That's what draws the caution. End of stage 2. Michael Cozy Jr., your stage winner, MCJ. So, no points for winning stages tonight. But when the regular season comes around in 3 weeks, there will be. So, right now it looks like Cozy is trying to put the exclamation point on his championship hopes. Trace Ryder will get the free pass. He'll get back on the lead lap here for this final stage. And remember, they cannot make it to the end on fuel, even if they pit here. They will have to pit again later on in this third and final stage. Cozy's going to bring everybody to pit road, it looks like. Just checking. Yep. Everybody's on. Workman, you got anything for us here as these guys head to pit road?
Well, you just mentioned it there, the end of stage 2. Yes, these guys do not get stage points. It's basically a competition caution, would you say? But the fact that Michael Cozy Jr. just led a lap, that makes Cosman Iona Shoes' job of having some sort of chance to get this championship that much harder. Cosman has yet to lead a lap, so he does not have that bonus point. Also, time is running out for him to have any shot of getting an additional bonus point for leading the most laps. So, Kasi up there, he now has a point for leading in this race, and he also technically still has a chance to also get that point for leading the most laps.
Well, he just lost the lead coming off pit road. So, right now, David Schildhouse is your race leader, then Joey Stone, then it's Cozy, then Cosman, Easterday are top 5. Dale Reynolds is 6th, Travis Brown 7th, Drive-Thru 8th, Cuthbertson 9th, Kusan 10th, then Baskinger, Owen, Rusty, and then Trace rounds out the field. Trace is 1 lap down. He should get the free pass, though, and get back onto the lead lap. We'll go green next time by it looks like. In the meantime, I'll take a breather. We'll be back in a moment. Getting ready to go back to green. Schildhouse, Joey Stone on the front row. Green flag. Here we go. 32 laps to go at Michigan. Cozy just blew up. Oh my gosh. Michael Cozy Jr. just exploded going into turn 1. That's the championship right there. Michael Cozy Jr. Done. Can he make it back around? I think he still has his fast repair here, right, Workman?
Right, well, he had that early incident, but I don't know if you can even make a fast repair there with a blown engine. I think he's got to be able to get back to pit road. I think he can also use a tow also. We'll have to see.
Well, if he uses a tow, that's going to cost him. But Michael Cozy Jr., on board with him, dead. Done. Car's killed. I mean, there you see, RPM 300 should be 0. Field's going to come by him in a little bit here. Schildhouse still out in front. This is your championship lead. If he falls 1 lap down, that could be the race. That could be the title. Remember, Cozy has to finish, I think, 13th or better. Right now, he's 13th, but Trace is going to pass him. There goes the field. So Michael Cozy Jr. in the last stage, car goes boom. And he's able to make it to pit road. He's got an early pit box, though. So this will help his cause. Right now, he's 14th. As long as Cosman can win the race, Cosman could be the champion. Right now he's in third spot. Workman, what you got for us?
It was a shifter issue, Jake. He says not really happy with fan attack. He said he shifted from third to fourth, and it registered him downshifting from third to second. That absolutely killed it. Luckily, he does still have that fast repair, but it's still going to put him about 1 to 2 laps down here.
It's going to be 2 laps down at the best, as there goes Shieldhouse by him. Wow. And like I said, Cosman's in third. Remember, they do have to pit before the end of the stage. So this could have been the championship if Cosman can get up to the lead. But you got to remember that Cozy led a lap. So it's still too close right now. You said you also had an update here on third and fourth place here, Workman. What's up?
Yeah, well, Cosman, I noticed you. Remember, he did not use his fast repair for an earlier incident, but there was another incident that must have happened, and he used that. So Cosman, he's kind of treading the thin line here because, yes, he's up there, but if something happens to him, he's out of fast repair. So he's got to make some calculated risk here, but he can see just 2 cars in front of him. That's a championship for right there. And also the 53 of Ben Easterday. What a rally for him. He's come all the way back up to the 4th position now, under fire, looks like now for Moonhead. But he thinks that he's also in a position to win this thing. So, and remember, Jake, he's also one of that half a dozen group of guys from 5th to 10th in points that are only separated by 4 points.
He's under fire from Moonhead. You're right on that. But here comes Cosman. He's looking to the inside of Joey Stone for second spot. Going to push him all the way down to the apron. Not going to give him the room. Cosman's got to be careful. As you mentioned, he does not have a fast repair left. He already used it. Here comes Moonhead sending it up the bottom under Easterday. Doesn't look like he can get there. Cosman gets a little loose out of 2. Cosman tried to go up the bottom. Now thinks better of it. Moonhead sends it in from behind, and he's going to take the spot away. Easterday with a run on the high side, not good enough. Moonhead able to block. Now he goes to the bottom to protect the spot from Reynolds. Try and bring him along with 26 laps to go at Michigan, and Cozy's only 2 laps down. Have to see how it works out. Here's Reynolds under Easterday. Drive-through going with as well. Oh, drive-through trying to cross under. Reynolds, how about 3 wide for 5th? Battle for the lead. Here comes Joey Stone. Underneath Shieldhouse. He's going to get it. New leader, Joseph Stone. That car is on rails. Here comes Shieldhouse, though. Not giving up. 25 to go from Michigan. How about Easterday down on the flat going into turn 1? This isn't going to work. Moonhead, look out! Well, they made it work. I don't know how. And Shieldhouse is trying to get back by Stone. Busan and drive-through, bumping door to door down the backstretch. Looks like they're going to survive for now. Battle up front still heating up. Stone trying to hang on the outside. Shieldhouse gets the run on the bottom, and that's going to open the bottom lane for Cosman. If he can get there, he's just kind of riding around. Headed for turn 1 again. Shieldhouse with the better run on the inside, but now not Cozy. Joey Stone with the better run on the high side. Still side by side for the lead. Back to turn 3. Stone with the better run on the high side. Shieldhouse comes right up to his door. Gonna open the bottom, though, for Cosman if he can just get a run. Just doesn't seem as fast as the 2 cars in front of him. Shieldhouse up the bottom again. He's close to clearing him. He cannot do it. Stone is still there. Down the backstretch again. Stone doing everything he can. Now Cosman is there. They almost make contact for the lead. Gonna really open up the door for Cosman on the bottom. Side by side for second now. Cosman on the inside. Looking, can he clear him? Not yet. Still side by side. You've got a big race going on back here between Moonhead and everybody else. Still 3 wide back here. What you got for us, Workman?
Joey Stone at a car. Remember, every single time that the Core League has come to Michigan, Joey Stone has won the race. Remember, the very second ever race on the Core back on NASCAR Heat 3, he won then. He won last year in a dominating performance. And right now, so far, yeah, we're on iRacing, but he shows they still have that Michigan magic.
Got to get by the 84 and the 20 in order to get there, and he's got 21 laps to do it, plus a pit stop. Now he's got Dale Reynolds breathing down his throat. Not breathing down his throat, breathing down his neck. Schildhouse and Cosman 1 and 2. Coming to 20 laps to go. Not over yet for the championship. Cosman's going to have to lead a lap and have to win the race if he even wants to think about it, and he needs Cozy to stay pinned 2 laps down. Back to turn 1. It's all David Schildhouse right now, looking for his first Core win of his career. Back to turn 3. Cosman just trying to set him up. Pretty even between these top 3 here. Schildhouse, Cosman, and Joey Stone. And you got Reynolds and Kusan fighting for 4th a little further back. It's pretty evenly gapped out. And let's play everybody's favorite game. Where's Cozy? He's about half the track behind Schildhouse. So make him about 2.5 laps down. 18 laps to go. Cosman closing the gap. He was about a 10th faster last time by. Off of turn 2. Still looking. Here's Kusan underneath Reynolds. Side by side. Well, no, they're not side by side anymore. For that 4th spot. See if we can go on board here with the 84. Last time by, he's just 300ths faster than the car in front of him, is Schildhouse. Another question, when will these guys start making pit stops? Speaking of, Keenan Kusan, he's on pit road right now, and Travis Brown already made a stop. So guys are already pitting. Trying to split this stage in half. Here we go. Battle for the lead. Schildhouse and Cosman. Up the inside. Can Cosman lead this lap? It'll be important for points. Shieldhouse with a better run on the high side. They're going to be side by side. Dale Reynolds is pitting. Same with Drive-Thru. Same with Gary Owen at the line. It's Cosman. He leads his first lap of the night. It's not done yet. Still side by side, and Stone is there ready to pounce. Cosman can clear him. Shieldhouse back on the inside. Here comes Moonhead on the fresh tires. Trying to work his way through. Going to interrupt the battle for the lead here. And Shieldhouse will get it back. In reality, this is going to hurt Cosman more than anything else. 14 laps to go. And the top 6 have yet to pit. Make it 7. Cosman back to the inside in turn 1. Brown being there opened the door for him. That backs Shieldhouse up. How about Joey Stone to the outside? He's going to get right in behind Cosman. Try and push him. Workman on pit strategy. What do you got?
Well, there's a large consensus by most of the guys kind of middle of the pack, back half of the pack, that they think that 4 tires is the way to go. But talk with Sloppy, talk with Cosman, some of these guys up there to the front, they would not disclose exactly what their strategy is. So how this fuel window is that we could see them pit later. We could see them possibly pit for 2. I know some guys thinking pitting only for 2 tires is crazy, but for some of these guys up front, they got nothing to lose, and we can see some crazy strategies here in these final 13 laps.
Well, let's figure it out. Sloppy's on pit road right now. Joey Stone into his box. Locked up the tires a bit. They're going to do right sides at least. Basking are on pit road as well. Sloppy going to go all 4. Leaders in turns 3 and 4. They're going to stay out another lap. 12 laps to go this time by. Easter Day is coming. Cuthbertson is still on the racetrack, but 16 seconds behind the leaders. We'll see if he's going to pit here. He will, so the top 2 are the only guys that haven't pitted yet. When will they do it? And could it cost them? How long will they stay out? Cosman's coming. They're both coming. The 2 leaders to pit road. Woo! Cosman really fast. Go! Shieldhouse, what a save! He dropped it trying to get on the pit road last week at Phoenix. He almost reprised it here at Michigan. David Shieldhouse. Blinking in and out, but he's making it work. Let's see what they do here on pit road. I've seen Cosman overshoot his box once already today, and he does it again! Cosman misses his box, so does Shieldhouse. Shieldhouse is rolling. In his box, 2 tires. He'll do 4. Cosman looks like he's going to do 4. Keenan Kusan just took the lead. Keenan Kusan's your leader at Michigan with just 11 laps to go. And
Remember,
Travis Brown is second.
Jay Keenan was one of those first guys to come down pit road and take 4 tires, so he's leapfrogged in front of everybody. The question, though, is all these guys who have just pitted, they're going to have about 10 lap fresher tires or whatever. We may have a bunch of guys conversing on each other all at once here.
Well, Shieldhouse has fallen to 6th. Cosman to 8th. He's going to need a caution in order to try and win the championship right now because Keenan Kusan is gone. His tire's only 5 laps older than the leaders. We've got one car, I think, almost in the wall. Certainly close there coming off the corner. 10 laps to go. We got a car blinking. It's Dale Reynolds. And Stone now to 4th. Kusan is running faster lap times than Travis Brown, but not faster than Drive-Thru and Joey Stone. They've got 10 laps to go. They've got a 3.5 second gap to get to Kusan. It's not over yet. Kusan's still a 10th faster than Moonhead 4/10 off compared to Joey Stone in third, who just passed drive-through. They need to work together and draft if they want to catch him. They're 3 seconds back. Schildhouse also flying, trying to get up there. He's only about a second back from them. Cosman, another 2 seconds back. I think Cosman may have dug himself his own grave trying to get it onto pit road. Cozy's actually gained a lap back because he hasn't pitted yet. I think he's saving, trying to make it to the end. We'll see if it happens. But at this point, it looks like Cozy should hang on to the championship as long as something stupid doesn't happen. And how about Stone? He's put a gap on himself in drive-through. He's 2.5 seconds back. He's trying to go all the way. His tires are about 3 laps fresher than Kusan's. Gap is 2 seconds at the line, 7 laps to go, and he's caught Travis Brown now. He's in his sights. This is not over yet, guys. And here comes Schildhouse. He got by both Reynolds and drive-through. He's now to 4th. Stone to the inside, side by side for 2nd. Can Stone catch Kusan before Schildhouse gets there? Because Stone just blew by Moonhead. Gap is 2.5 with 6 laps to go. Drive-through and Dale Reynolds are side by side, beating and banging for the 5th spot off of turn 2. My goodness. These guys are not giving up. They're still fighting for position. But Schildhouse has caught Joey Stone before he can get to Kusan. 5 laps to go. Could Schildhouse be the spoiler in this one? They're still a second back on Kusan. I think it might be Schildhouse's race to lose here. Right on the back bumper of Joey Stone. Stone going to try blocking. That's going to push Schildhouse to the outside. He gets by for the lead. Joey Stone to the front. 4 laps to go this time by. Schildhouse hangs on to 2nd for now. Oh, they almost make contact. What a move by Schildhouse to the bottom. At the line, it's going to be Stone with just 4 laps to go. We saw him have a photo finish for the end of stage 1. Can they do it here for the end of the race? Schildhouse pulls ahead and takes the lead into turn 1. Schildhouse may have just timed it perfectly. Can Stone get him back? Certainly doesn't look like it right now. Cosman 2 seconds back. He may not have a chance to get there with just 3 laps to go. He's going to have to drive the wheels off that thing. Just as an update, Cozy did then pit. So he's still 2 laps down in the 14th spot. Workman, what you got? Update on the top 2.
David Schildhouse, right now, he's one of those guys this entire fall brawl that he has had speed, just wasn't able to put those results together. Remember, was battling with Cosman there at Charlotte for a top 2 spot, but unfortunately got taken out late. And then also Joe Stone right there. Yeah, Schildhouse went by him, but he said earlier he feels like that his car is better on the long run. There is a chance he can maybe run him down here, but time's running out.
Time is running out. The gap's almost a second. Cosman has gotten by Kusan for the 3rd spot. Too little, too late. 2 laps to go. He almost spun it getting onto pit road. He overshot his pit box a bit, not as much as Cosman, but still did it. And now he's looking at his first career core win. Somebody can go over and tell Schildhouse they'll need to pop into Discord here in one lap. David Schildhouse, 1 lap away from his first career win in the core. Fall Brawl. He's going to do it. Meantime, Cosman's going to finish third. It's going to be too little too late. That hammering you hear is the sound of the nail of the final coffin on the core driver's hopes of upsetting Michael Cozy Jr. David Schildhouse wins at Michigan. And Michael Cozy Jr. is going to come around and become the core fall brawl champion. Maybe. We're pretty sure it's going to be him. We'll look at the points. But right now, it certainly looks like the 99 is going to be your champion of the core fall brawl. Rusty in the wall. He's going to try and limp it back around. In the grass, spinning it out. Through the grass. He's just happy he made it. He'll finish 12th. And Schildhouse over here with Cosman. Coming around, getting ready to do his burnouts. So we get to talk to our top 3, Schildhouse, Cosman, and Joseph Stone. Let's, while we wait for Schildhouse to make his arrival into the Discord, why don't we begin here, Workman, with third place finisher, Cosman Ionescu. Here he is.
Cosman is the Workman. Tell you what, man, you gave it one hell of a drive tonight. Just came up short of the win to be able to give you the championship, but still, a second, a third, a fourth, and you had that strong run at Daytona, even though you finished 8th there. Do you feel like that you can still make a championship run here once we get Season 3 of Core underway? Because you definitely look to have the speed in all 4 of these races this season.
Yeah, I think so. I'll try. I mean, I'll show up for what I can if I can, and if time allows it and we have the speed, yeah, sure, we'll definitely go for it. Tonight, just screwed myself over as usual. Just overshot the box, lost those 2.5 seconds that were pretty vital to staying with David, and well, we just lost the race for that. So otherwise, I think we had better long run speed than he did. Like I was able to run him down the run before we pitted, and yeah, just again screwing myself over. Happens a lot.
Yeah, well, you still came back for a strong run there tonight, Cosman. I think the thing for you, man, I would say that a lot of people may have not known about you, specifically me, but you've definitely made quite an impression here with the 4 races here in this fall brawl. So great run tonight, man, and we'll have our eye on you in the championship hunt once Core Season 3 gets underway here in a few weeks.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for having me in the league. It was really a blast. Congrats to David and Michael for the championship.
There you have it. Third place finisher, Cosman Ionescu. We'll see you in a couple weeks at Daytona. All right, next up, let's bring up Sloppy Joe. Or Joseph Stone, whatever you want to call him. Our second place finisher. Not too bad for a heat guy there, right?
Man, I'm feeling the emotions a little bit, man. I really wanted that one. Past few weeks even on iRacing, I'm all about having fun here, but just getting all the criticism I've gotten for, coming on to iRacing as a Heat Pro League driver, it sucks. But, I put it away, and I'm all here having a good time. But I'll tell you what, man, getting to race guys like David Schildhouse and Michael Cozy and Cosman, guys who are so good at this thing. And just to do something like that, man, it's emotional. I'm happy, but it sucks, man. I really wanted that one. But if anybody, I'm happy Schildhouse won that.
Slappy, you were so close to pulling off the Michigan Magic trifecta. You won here both times on NASCAR Heat in the Core League, and you were definitely one of the best cars tonight. I know you didn't get the win tonight, but finally being here on the podium, finally being able to put in for the first time in this fall brawl, a really good, strong race from start to finish. Does that at least make the emotions a little bit better?
Honestly, man, the emotions have been riding since Daytona. I mean, besides the incident at Phoenix, we honestly could have finished top 5 in every single race in the fall brawl. We were good in the tire saving, and when they announced the stages, I wasn't worried one bit. I wasn't afraid of no tire saving and going out there and racing against the best. And I got beat by the best. That's one of the best in the field. There's nothing to hold my head down about, like my chat's been telling me the whole time since I crossed the finish line. But I tell you what, full season or mini season, I'm proud. I'm proud of what I did today, and just goes to show you, man. No matter what, you can wheel anything if you put some hard work into it. But I'm proud. I'm proud for sure.
Awesome. Well, if we do look at the results here, because Kasi, he's mainly a guy that has originated over here on iRacing, but as far as all the guys who were on Core the past 2 seasons who have made the switch over to iRacing, when we look at the standings for this fall brawl, you definitely did the best out of those guys. So great run tonight, man, and we will look forward to seeing what you can do here in Season 3 coming up in just a few weeks.
Thank you, guys. And if you don't mind, quick shout out to Josh Harbin, good friend of mine, pro league competitor. He was admitted into the hospital. He's dealing with some issues right now. Dedicate this race to him. Really wanted it for him. Get well soon, Josh. Love you, and can't wait to get back on the track with you.
Sloppy Joe, second place finisher here at Michigan. Good luck, and we'll see you in a couple weeks at Daytona.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Let's bring in our race winner, David Schothaus, here at Michigan.
Down here in the virtual victory lane, David, you've been another one of these guys this entire Fall Brawl series where you've had speed, you've had race-winning speed, and now you've finally been able to land one in victory lane here in the last week. Describe how your night went. David, you got a copy?
Yep, sorry. Forgot I was on push to talk. Thank you. It feels damn good. Feels damn good to finally be a core winner. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let's start there. Feels good, man. I came into tonight's race feeling really optimistic, a lot of confidence. ARCA at Michigan is one of my favorite things to do. I just have a really good feel when it comes to these cars at this track, and got a lot of practice with this combo earlier in the year when we did official racing here. So that gave me a lot of confidence coming into tonight. Just execute on the track with the stage breaks that put a little bit different strategy out there for us and just run hard for the first 2 stages, and then have to show a little bit of patience and tire saving in the 3rd stage. And it was going to come down to a green flag pit stop, and boy, oh boy, that was that was an exciting drive after that pit stop. I almost botched again on a pit road, but we saved it. We hunted Joey down, passed him, and pulled away, and that's all you really need to do here.
I mean, we saw that it was you, Joey Stone, and Cosman there just, having one hell of a battle there between you top 3 before and after that final round of green flag pit stops. Obviously you were really wanting to go for the win. You got Joey Stone, who has won the last 2 races here. Granted, it was on NASCAR, and then you had Cosman, who was up there, who basically had to win the race to be able to win this championship. So when you're going out there trying to get these wins, are you mainly, not to sound not to put us in a way in which you're selfish, but are you going out there basically just trying to do the best that you can, or do you also kind of take things like that into consideration, like Cosman going for a championship?
I like Cosman. He does all my paint work at Splash and Go Graphics. But I couldn't care less what his championship implications are. I'm out here to win. I race for myself. If I can help him out, if I'm not a factor, I'll do everything I can to not get in his way. But what he has to do or what anyone else has to do is none of my concern. I'm out here to win races and keep that man in the 99 honest. I wasn't able to do that 3 of the 4 races this year. And I hate that Cozy blew up because his shifter failed him yet again. What a piece of junk that thing is. But, a win's a win. And, that's my main concern. That's my number 1 priority when I start any races. Can I win it? And tonight was my best chance to win this thing. And we got it done. We executed. And hats off to Joey. He ran a great race, had a lot of fun battles with him. But we executed on pit road, hunted him down, and got this thing done. This is one of my favorite wins of 2020. It's been a weird year, but this is going to go down as one of my favorite wins of the year.
There has, David. And last quick question for you too. You finally be able to get a win here. Do you think that this makes your mark as being a guy to watch for potentially taking that championship here once we get season 3 started?
Well, if it doesn't, I need people to start checking their eyeballs because I don't know what the hell they're watching. If this doesn't solidify me favorite, y'all have been watching the wrong racing. So, yeah, I'm a damn favorite. Mark it down in the book. We'll be fighting hard for that championship. And that's what I'm committed to. So, yeah, heard it here first. We're hunting for a championship. We're not just here to make laps.
Well, David Shieldhouse is calling out his shot. Look for him to be one of the favorites here coming up in a few weeks. David, congratulations on your win, and we'll go back up to you in the booth, Jake.
Let me, if I could have it just a second to shout out a few people. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate it. Big shout out to Burton Kligerman Esports, North Force Racing, Splash and Go Graphics, Valvoline, and everyone here at twitch.tv/Shieldhouse. Big shout out to chat. They were powering me on all night long. And it feels really good to finally get a win for him. Thank you, guys.
There you have it, your race winner, David Shieldhouse, his first career win in the Core League. And, well, I was going to bring up Cozy, but he has mysteriously disappeared from Discord right now. So, I don't think we're going to get a chance to talk to our champion.
I think he's taken... he may be taking in some extra vitals and oxygen at the virtual infield care center there, because for as much stress that guy got put through tonight with the blown engine, I would not blame him.
I don't know, and it doesn't matter too much. So final thoughts here, Workman, before we say goodnight.
Well, I mean, I know they put stages in tonight, but still, what a heck of a race tonight. I would say easily our best race that we have had since Daytona. We had comers, we had goers, we had guys making different pit strategies there in that final green flag stretch. The guys that tried doing short pitting, they were up front, and those guys that pitted there towards the end had the better tires at the end. Saw Joey Stone up there. We saw Cosman having a chance at the title there. I think it's your typical dramatic championship finale, and it did not disappoint.
All right, well, I would put the points up, but nobody updated the points, so there's no point in showing you the points. So, that's our broadcast for tonight. Yeah, the Core happened. The Core Fall Brawl is done. We will see you 3 weeks from yesterday for the duels at Daytona, and then 3 weeks from tonight for the Core at Daytona, the official Season 3 season opener. It's going to be a fun time. So from all of us here, for Workman, who's been our pit road guy for the last couple of weeks, for Trace and Travis, who have been up here in the booth with me, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in Daytona 3 weeks from yesterday. Until then, so long and good night.